Hello everyone. I am going to give you a tour of your iPad as we've had some confusion about to integrate your Apple products and your Google products. So this is my screen, my iPad. I've got a few more apps than you, but not too many. So I wanted to first go into Notes, which is what we've been using for our prototyping. So here's Notes. When you open up Notes, you can see there is a drawing here, a prototype drawing. There's me. I did this in the summer. Okay, so when you want to create a new note, you're going to go up to this little box with the pencil on it. You're going to hit that, and you're going to type in whatever title you want. So for our project this time, I'm going to go ahead and just type prototyping. Now, you can draw in the screen here in front of you, but what you can do that's even better is you can hit the plus sign and hit add a sketch. And that'll make your entire screen become a sketch pad. Then you can choose your pencil, your highlighter, or your pen, your highlighter, your pencil. You can choose the ruler, and you can draw whatever that you want to do. So my current prototype idea, I changed my plans, and now I want to think of something that will help people with asthma, because I know a lot of people with asthma. And so I want to develop a nanotech type product that can go in a person's lungs, in their bronchial tubes, and when they're having an asthma attack, it would help to open up their bronchioles, which are the little passages in the lungs. So it would help them to open up and allow oxygen to flow and give the medicine time to cause the immune reaction to pause. So this is where I would do this. It would go in there, and I can write, it's modeled on a stent, which is a medical device that opens up arteries and veins for people with heart problems. So when I want to go back, I just hit done, and it puts my sketch right here into my notes. Okay, so now I want to do this. I want to put this into my engineering design document. So I'm just going to do a screenshot. Okay, and it saves it into my photos. Boop. All right, so I can go into my photos now and make sure it's there. Okay, so get out of my videos, go up to my photos, and there it is. All right, so now I want to put this into my Google Docs. This is where things get interesting. So let's talk about your Google Apps real fast. So scroll over till you find them. Ta-da! There they are. Okay, let's start with Drive. Your Drive is right here. I'm gonna go ahead and move it actually, so it's just next to the other Google Apps. The function of your Drive is to be like a filing cabinet. It's like a giant digital filing cabinet. It is here to organize all of your information that you do at school. We're a Google district, so we depend upon all these organizational tools. So I'm going to go to Recent, just to pop up with what I've been working with. You can see all of your awesome projects and things that have been shared with me all in there. If I go back here, I can go, I should be able to show you my folders. Okay, there it is. Awesome. So now you can see all my folders. You can see I have my CS Fundamentals folders. There's 3 of them in there. And so if I want to keep myself organized, I can just click on the folder. All right, there's my vocab sheet. All right, that's a model for you guys. Now, for you, when you're working in Google Classroom, you have a couple options. You can go directly into Google Drive, and you can find your information this way by typing in the file name. So there's Miss Blythe Exemplar How Design and Build, and I click on it right there. Okay. It's thinking, it's thinking, it's thinking. Okay, and here's my drawing that I did with my design for asthma, people with asthma. Now, for some reason on Apple products, you have to click the pencil to edit, but that's okay. So you hit enter, All right, and now I'm going to hit the plus sign. Clears image from photos. Okay. And I'm going to find my drawing that I just did, and it's going to throw it in there. So the next thing I would do is I would put my Tinkercad 3D Design and Build into my Google Doc. Now let's say you want to take it and you want to look at it directly through Google Classroom. You can do that too. So you're going to hit the Home button, go to Google Classroom, get started. There's me. I don't really like notifications, so I'm just going to turn that off. I'm going to let it load. You're going to find our class. Okay, so let's click. I have CS second period and 7th period. I'm just going to click 7th period. They're both the same. So click open your class. You're going to go to classwork and scroll down until you find this assignment. This is exactly the same assignment that you are all working with that we just showed you in the Google Docs. So for example, here is Erica's. Okay, here is the instructions. If I pop it open, you can see there's a template. And yours, it would show up with your name. Mine just shows up as a template because I'm the teacher. All right, so back out of that. So you all are familiar with Google Classroom. We understand how it works. It's pretty straightforward. You have all your classes in there. Hopefully your teachers are using Google Classroom. I'm a big fan of the Classroom feature. Now, you have a couple other Google apps that are available on your iPad, or should be. Let me know if you don't have these. Remember, you can always move your stuff around just like you can on your phone. Okay, so I'm going to move this back. All right, so now I have all my Google apps together: Sheets, Classroom, Drive, Docs, and Slides. Let's say I was looking for my glossary. I could open up Sheets. And because it's tied to your Elgin ISD account, it's going to have all your sheets that you can access. Let's open up Bobby's glossary just for fun. And you can see all this stuff. So as long as you're logged into your Elgin ISD account, you're always going to be able to access all of your Google files, even if you're on an Apple product. And we really want you to understand that it's not that they're separate, they're actually connected. It's just that you have to get them to talk to each other. And sometimes they like to do that and sometimes they don't. Now, mostly for you, as long as you remember to work from your drive, you should be fine. And remember that when you use notes and you do a sketch, okay, then like this, okay. I love or whatever you do. Okay, right? Every time that you take a screenshot, okay, boop, you can go back into Photos, and there it will be. And all you have to do is get that by opening your drive to talk to whatever project you're working on. So we want you to be familiar with two different types of operating systems. One is Apple, one is a Chrome operating system. It is important that you are able to shift between the two. It shows a high degree of flexibility and a real understanding of the difference between an operating system and applications. So we need to understand that the application is the stuff, the programs that you use, and the operating system is what is running the computer that you're working on. So in this case, you're working on an iPad. It's using the Apple OS. You can look here if you want to into the settings, and you can take a look at some information about all sorts of stuff like that if you're really into that sort of a thing. You can find out some more information about how the iPad works. The iPad is basically like a giant iPhone, but it doesn't work like a phone. Just like your Chromebook is not a typical desktop computer, your iPad is not a MacBook, but has a lot of similar functions. Now remember, if you want to look for other stuff, like you want to look in books. You can click books. You should have some access to some information in here. There's some good stuff in books. You should have some things that you can access, but some things you may have to get some support from your teacher. You cannot download anything in the app. Too bad, so sad, so sorry. Okay. You can start to play with Swift Playgrounds. That's going to be the next week or so. If you came to Coding Camp, you've already started to play in Swift Playgrounds, but if you haven't, that's what we're going to be moving into. So what I would encourage you to do is to get to know your iPad, try to understand it, but also try to compare and contrast its functions to the functions of your Chromebook, and really begin to understand that the Drive is your best friend in terms of your school stuff. Your Drive is where every single thing that you've done as an Elgin middle school student and soon to be Elgin high school student, it's where everything is located. And so the more you begin to understand that your files do not disappear, they always end up in your Drive. You just need to know how to find them. The sooner you do that, the better off you will be. So thank you for this tour. I hope it helped you a little bit. One last thing, remember that Sheets is used for a spreadsheet program. So remember that Sheets is a spreadsheet program which is used to manage data in cells. Okay. Docs is used to write documents. Okay, right? And Slides is used to create presentations. So all of these are useful applications. They all have different purposes and different audiences, and you want to be aware of the differences and their uses. If you have any questions, come see your teacher. We're always here for you. Classroom is mostly how we organize your classwork. Okay? Everything else is for you and somewhat up to you. So I hope you enjoyed this tour, and thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day.